One of the best Japanese adventures of recent years launches us directly into action without much regard, with the occasional tutorial that is shown during the fights, introductions and many dialogues. However, it overlooks many elements that we consider important, so we wanted to collect the best Scarlet Nexus tips and tricks that will be very useful at the beginning of your adventure. The best Scarlet Nexus tips and tricks before you play. Before you start playing Scarlet Nexus, you will have to choose between Yuto and Kasane as the main character. It is interesting to enjoy the game with both characters, because there are variations in their roots and each one focuses on one of them, which intertwine their fates but often also separate. Choose the one you like the most, without more. If you want to be 100% sure, you can always play the prologue with each one and take a look at their small differences in combat. Kasane is somewhat more effective at medium and long distance, while Yuto is much more focused on the melee. The most palpable difference is the character. Learning to fight. Fighting is going to be what you do the most in Scarlet Nexus, so it's important that you practice well during the tutorial from the beginning to throw punches, especially to understand how psychokinesis and punch combos work. You'll learn more moves as the adventure progresses, but this is the ideal time for you to get used to the fundamentals. If you feel like enemies take too much life from you, chances are you're going too crazy. Wait for the enemies to strike the first blow to counterattack, and always look at them. As a rule, everyone choreographs their moves before performing them, so it's easy to know when it's time to dodge and when to attack. How to save game in Scarlet Nexus and how to deal with side quests. To save the game in Scarlet Nexus, you will have to talk to the characters dressed in yellow that you will find quite often in the open spaces and during the missions. It also has an auto-save system, so don't be too much for losing your progress. Saving the game will also heal the whole group, so do it whenever you have a chance. With the side quests in Scarlet Nexus, we recommend that you don't get too overwhelmed. If you access one that offers you an interesting reward that really suits you, do it without hesitation, but the rest you can leave aside. You don't have to follow an order, nor will they be lost if you decide to continue with the main story, so take it easy. Controlling money and inventory. Exchange items whenever you can in the store before spending your own money. The swap is an option that will appear after you finish Phase 1 with either character. Materials that appear in white and pixelated objects can't be used for anything else in Scarlet Nexus than to swap, so don't leave them in your inventory. If your character starts talking about resources while you're playing, it's no coincidence. Take a look around you, because there's probably some interesting object nearby. Making your team stronger. Plan well what skills you want to spend the PB on them. When you level up, don't pick up the skills or upgrades in Scarlet Nexus randomly or without thinking. Read each description well and choose what can come really right for you. During the waiting phases, strengthen whenever you can the bond with your colleagues. Buy gifts you like, do bond episodes, and take it as another fundamental part of Scarlet Nexus, as increasing the relationship will not only allow you to learn more about them, access additional missions, and have new conversations, but you'll also unlock new skills and features during combat. We hope these Scarlet Nexus tips and tricks have been helpful. The game is usually very clear, but sometimes it doesn't count too much, so with this you can enjoy both characters.